Hi guys, welcome back. Because there were so many movies that came to Netflix this past month that were actually really good, we got the entire series of Indiana Jones, which I am on my way to binge watching those soon. We got the entire franchise of The Mummy, which I did binge watch, and this is what the movie's about. And there was Solo, a Star Wars story, which I'm going to be watching more, which I already bought it, so I mean really doesn't matter, but it's fun that it's on Netflix. But yeah, like I said, I binge watched The Mummy, and I never realized how good of a movie it is. I definitely did watch it way before I went to film school, so, I was like, oh man, this is really good, but I don't know why, and because I went to film school, and then I can pick out why I like movies. It solidified my belief that it is a good movie, and there's really good elements to it, and that's why I like it. It is a solid storyline, completely, and it works as a movie, as a story. The motivations of the characters are pretty clear in the beginning within the first 5 seconds of meeting them, and it is never, none of their motivations are broken whatsoever. It is, there's some great character arcs with our main heroine and hero, with their brother just remaining static, which is typical of this kind of storyline, or this kind of story that is manufactured after those old adventure stories of the 30s and 40s. But yeah, let me just get into why I think it's a great movie and why I think you should watch it. I mean, there's so many reasons, but first of all, the historical story that they give us is really pretty good. Solid. It's basically the story of a forbidden love, and I mean, it sells. The intriguing part is ancient Egyptian culture is very intriguing to a lot of people, because there's not we have insights with archaeological digs and stuff like that. It's just a little more mysterious in a way. I don't know how to explain it. So I think that the prologue love story was so well done, and it was so captivating to a lot of audiences, to make them wonder, what's the next step of the storyline, and then it transitions to 3,000 years later in 1923, and it introduces our main hero and his motivations within the first 5 seconds, and it was just that's what I enjoy to see. I don't want to have this character and all of a sudden you have to wait 5 minutes for exposition, because that's the only thing a lot of screenwriters can do, is they have to give exposition that takes so long, and it's not very convincing. But because of his actions in the first 5 seconds, it marries his motivations and his character, who he is as a being, into one, so it feels natural. And the same going with Evie, our main heroine, and Jonathan, her brother. So we have our characters that are so convincing, and our our prologue storyline that is weaved throughout the story. The timing the timing of the plot, or the storyline, is the 20s, and I didn't do too much research, but I did a little bit of research. The archaeologists in the 1920s were basically boozed up and ready to blow things up, and that's basically what was represented in this movie. They really didn't, they cared about history, but they were get to whatever they need as quick as possible kind of thing. Nowadays it's a little bit more sensitive. That's the word. It's a little more sensitive. The kind of background of how the archaeologists are really kind of pairs up to what I was thinking and what I saw, what the little bit that I did research matched up pretty well. And I did like the storylines of the Americans and how they just came in for the gold. I thought that was really funny, because it did match up with O'Connell's background, because he's an American. It kind of stereotyped him very well, which I always enjoy seeing people stereotype Americans from an outside view, so I enjoyed that. And I liked how it was a little bit cowboyish. Overall, the first Mummy movie is fantastic, and every time I watch it, it's great. It just reminds me of this Errol Flynn-esque movie, and I really enjoyed that 1930s, 1940s kind of acting. But yeah, that's really why I love The Mummy. It's just the characters, the plot line, the background, the setting, the interweaving of the two stories, the high-stakes drama that's going on, the high-stakes action. Also, really why I love the roller coaster as well. If you have not, I don't know if it's in LA, I know it's in Orlando, but if you've not been on the Mummy ride, what are you doing with your life? Go on it. Definitely a great movie. I advise you to watch. It's on Netflix, you can stream it. The second one is, though, pretty good. It's solid until the last like 15 minutes, and I'm like, yikes. It is fun though. Like, I appreciate it because it's like fan fiction. And anything that sounds like fan fiction in a movie, I'm just like for it, because I don't know, it's so much more enjoyable. There's a reason why a lot of people read fan fiction, because it's just like outlandish but also really fun. And the Mummy, the Dragon Tomb Emperor one, Curse of the Dragon Tomb Emperor, I don't remember. But I've only watched it once, and once was enough for me. So yeah, that's really the reasons why I like The Mummy. I enjoyed it. I think you guys should watch it too. It's really fun. So yeah, if you like this movie, give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more like this. I do videos like this. I talk about films, short film, or TV shows, well, short films too, if it comes up. Books, writing, and I have a few short films on here that I made myself if you want to go check those out too. Yeah, and that's about it. I hope you guys have a great day. Oh, make sure to follow me on my socials and my Patreon, which will be linked down below if you want to check that out. That's where I put my writings. So yeah, have a great day. Bye.